Hi guys, so today I wanted to make this video about how my panic attacks are. I don't have them nearly as often as I used to, but whenever I get them, they're still pretty bad. It starts off by my brain kind of like disconnecting, and then I get a weird like feeling in my chest, and I start having a tingly arm, and it feels like my heart is beating out of my chest. Sorry for sounding like a boy going through puberty. I'm still dealing with allergies. The pollen count is very high still. So, yeah. After I start getting tingly and my heart races, my eyes feel like they're going to cry forever, and my brain gets this really weird feeling. Like, I feel like I'm out of my body whenever this happens, and physically, whenever I'm having a panic attack, most people can't even notice, other than I get really stiff and my eyes get bigger, and I tend to curl up in a ball with my forehead to my knees, and I don't speak because I'm so trapped in my mind. And whenever my mom found out, like, whenever she first saw me having a panic attack, she was going to take me to the emergency room because she didn't understand what was going on, even though this was a year after I had been diagnosed with panic disorder. But she didn't do research, and she didn't listen to me, and she was just freaking out about it, which didn't make me any less calm. My panic attacks usually escalate very quickly, and whenever they're full-blown panic attacks, they last for a long time, like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half. They're real bad. And whenever I was in high school, before I got on medication and went to therapy and stuff, I would have panic attacks like a lot, and I wouldn't be able to focus on what was going on around me and what was going on in class because I felt like I was going to die. And it was a very scary feeling, and I thought I was just a weirdo for it because no one else that I knew had ever opened up about it, and I just thought I was just nervous all the time, and I thought that it was very strange that I couldn't speak or think or do anything whenever I would have these episodes. I would just be like, they're not fun by any means, and I hope explaining this didn't cause anyone to go into panic mode. Talking about it made me a little nervous, and like right now, my heart's racing and my arm feels tingly, but you wouldn't be able to tell that. And my leg is rocking back and forth, like sideways. That's another thing. Whenever they were starting, I would tap on desks or constantly move my feet, and or I would do this with a pencil going in between each of my fingers until until I was basically paralyzed where I could not physically move, and all of my muscles were tight and it was hard for me to breathe. My heart rate would go from resting about 60 beats a minute to about 100 to 120 beats per minute, and I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt like I was going to die. I felt horrible, and I couldn't explain it, and I didn't know what was happening, and I just felt so weird, and that made me feel isolated, so I isolated myself from people where I only had like one person I talked to. And I also wanted to keep the perception of myself higher, where I'm smart and I'm someone who should be admired, and I want people to be like me but not really be like me, and I want just really to be envied in a way. Like, I don't know. I wished there were more people like me, and I didn't want to talk about things that were wrong with me because I wanted to keep that idea up. I wanted to be seen as a strong, smart, shy, just awesome person. And I felt like if I opened up about my anxiety and the panic attacks and the depression and all that stuff, people would be like, oh, this, what? That can't happen to you. And then I would be seen as a normal person. And the way I view normal people is normal people are kind of not smart, and they're not nice, and yeah, I didn't want to be seen as a normal person. I wanted to be seen as a good person and a smart. But the mental illness stigma, and before I even knew that I had mental illness, I thought I was just different and I was crazy and I was weird and no one would understand me, and I couldn't do anything about it ever. I couldn't ask for help. I couldn't tell anyone about it because they would think I was weird, and then I would be lonely, and then blah 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 blah. opening up about it and getting on the medication for it has helped quite a bit. Like, I don't have panic attacks very often. After my panic attacks, I would usually just have no personality and I would feel disconnected from myself, and I didn't want to eat. And although my heart still felt like it was beating out of my chest, I didn't notice it as much. I was basically like a zombie afterwards. I also had a tendency of crying for a while after a panic or anxiety attack. And I stopped crying after them a while ago because I did not feel like I should cry because I was getting anxious about things that I couldn't even identify, and I definitely wasn't gonna cry around my family or people at school. I wasn't gonna cry around people because I wanted to keep up that idea. I am strong, I am smart, I am shy, I am good, I am awesome. So, yeah, that's panic attack before, during, and after, and some stigma and some stuff, other stuff that goes along with it. Okay, guys, bye. I'm going to go inside my boyfriend's house and go do like a coping skill of some sort that's healthy, and then calm down and then enjoy the time before I go to work. I'm a cashier today. Look at me, I'm wearing all black. Yeah. Okay, guys, bye. I love you.